Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is Momma T from Talking Sharp After Dark. I am back. Um, I've been a little bit out of commission, but I am back 100%, and I'm going in strong. Um, as you see on my video clip here, that I'm pulling up information. The reason for this is because I have been following, like everyone else, this story along with the Carmelo, Carmelo Anthony case. I've been following as well. Um, I have a habit of watching certain videos, and when it's so deep, I can't let it go until the end result. So this one here is really touching me. First and foremost, I would like to say I give my condolences to the family of the Wells family at 200%. As a mom, an auntie, my heart goes out to this family, and it's got to be devastating. Um, I don't think anyone would want to be in this family's shoes right now. Um, this is horrific, horrifying, and it leaves so many questions in one's mind. Um, Only God can heal the heart when you don't have the true understanding of what happened, why it happened, and what does this all mean. So I'm giving my review, um, and I will be back with this as well because I am touched, um, mother to mother. I feel her pain as a parent, and they are parents, and we got to stop forgetting that there's a dad in the picture as well as a mom. I commend him as well as being the head of the household, the king of the family, and teaching his children right from wrong and guiding them in the world that we live in. And that's some of the things that I would like to talk about and address tonight um, regarding the writings on the wall, the rules, the tools, the do's and the don'ts. And this can go so broad in a statement because it's so much that has been unfolding um, in the world that we live in right now, uh, with all the chaos that's going on, is so much that we can touch on. So I'm going to try to minimize it as much as possible. I may sound like I'm all over the place because mentally my mind is truly all over the place. These are things that I have been teaching to the young adults, and noticing as well that there is a generational gap that we have um, between the millenniums and the older generation, older than the millenniums. And apparently, our younger folks choose not to listen or hear us and don't really understand. And we need to bridge that gap. Is nothing, when I say all this, is nothing that these parents, I think, did anything wrong. I would never say nothing like that, and nor do I think that. And there is nothing that I think that the young man that's no longer with us um, did anything wrong. To me, it sounded like he was a good kid growing up, and he was raised well, and he was filled with tools, instructions, and what to go by. But yet, unfortunately, this still happened. And that's what makes it scary. Because when you think about yourself and if you have children and you could talk to you blue in your face and you praying over them, hoping that nothing goes wrong, nothing happens to them. And then yet you hear something like this of a story and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Now, I'm not quite sure And I'm going to try my best to keep it real because there's a I think there is a difference between black and white. And I even hate to use that word black because um, I'm brown, right? And people that are not brown, they're not white. Um, their skin may be pinkish or maybe in the whitish family, yellowish family, but they're not white. Um, but for many years, many years, apparently there is a big issue between the two. And there are things and stuff that one race raise their children differently than another. And I think that also plays a major factor in this whole rat race called life, right? So, with that being said, we have people that live under different rules and codes, and the system that we live under benefits one more than it does the other. And but yet it has been going on for so long. Um, to me, in my mind, in my heart, my soul, and watching this video and listen to this mother and father and seeing Ben Crump and Al Sharpton and more people are joining in to help and support this family because it's truly sad. This should not have happened, or should it have? Yeah, we could talk about that too later on because I've saw some things a few years back after the Orange Man has been elected and moved up into the House and causing a ruckus in this world. Um, I saw some younger version of Republicans uh, boldly went on air about what they would like to do and what they are going to do, which was to befriend others that don't look like them and then do all types of bodily harm to them as a joke, and that would really make them happy. Keep that in mind. You can look this up. It was on air, and they took it off and tried to say, oh, they're just young people joking around amongst each other. They said it. I saw it. It was on the air. It popped up on my news feed. So um, that never left my mind. Okay? And now then you see all these horrific events more and more and more each month, each week, each year. And it's getting worse. That's why I say enough is enough. Um, we can't keep sitting by watching our babies no longer here. And if you notice that majority of the babies that they're taking out of here are the ones that are really trying their hardest, their darnest best to be productive in the world that we live in. And they listening to their parents and they following the instructions and they doing all the right things and they trying to grow and learn and love at the same time, and yet they are getting taken away permanently. But yet when we have, if someone would say, well, you have black on black and y'all do this type of crime and stuff like that, yeah, but for the system, let's go back to that word system, it's a two for one because they don't have a problem with locking up, you know, uh, a brown person. They don't have a problem at all. And what they do is black on black crime, right? Brown on brown, whatever you want to call it. And if one kill another, not a problem. You did me a favor. Then they lock you up. So that's a two for one. So it's no biggie. But let a situation arise and it's with opposite race. And then that's when you see what the system was originated and designed to work for whom? Enough is enough. Whatever they call those forefathers, leprechauns. Uh, Moving on up, and then they pass on and they pass the buck to the next leprechauns and the next leprechauns. And we got a big old leprechaun now that's in the White House. Leprechauns. So um, uh, that is my way of calling what I see. I look at these folks as leprechauns. And if you know or remember or watch any movie or a TV show about leprechauns, or either pull it up, look at the characteristics, read it, and look at what they do and what they do it for. And it'll make sense why I call them leprechauns. And I teach minds about you got to be careful for tricksters because these leprechauns got game. Now you can say, well, what about if it's black on black? Not all black people get along with black people. You're correct, absolutely, 100% correct. But they may have a leprechaun characteristic within them. Leprechaun. There's people in this world that don't have it within them to see other rise. Some would call it a crab mentality. This is below that. Leprechauns. So I'm going to watch this little video here, and I'm going to go back and forth because I want to give my take. And honestly, I believe the mom and the dad, and I know for a fact within my heart, and that's just my intuition. And as you know, women have deep intuition. And this mother, you can read, you can feel that she knew that something was not right. And it's not. We're not stupid. Everything seems wrong. Everything. And my heart goes out to her and her husband and their children and their family because it didn't have to be. This young man could have been at the football field practicing, getting ready to do his thing and rise to the occasion. And yeah, we don't know what the reason why God called him home. Apparently, I do believe that he may have had a very good, big heart, loving, and maybe he was too good for this earth. Just maybe. Maybe he was. Sad. Because maybe he could have made a difference. But then again, because it's not over until the fat lady's saying, maybe he is going to make a difference. Let's listen to this mom for a minute, okay? Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. This is not how I wanted the world to meet my son, but here we are. So, as you know, I'm Christine Wells-Lonsley. I am Nolan Wells' mom. And Nolan is the kindest soul. He never met a stranger. He loved everybody. He didn't care if you were black, white, purple, green, looked like a marshmallow. Like, he just wanted everyone to be in peace with one another. He loved life, and God gave him this big heart, which always scared us. Me and his dad had conversations with him all the time, not just about the importance of understanding our history as black people, but also the importance of how you have to move in certain spaces. And it's not us being, well, feeding into racism or the stereotypes that comes with that. Unfortunately, that is just a matter of fact. There have been many cases, many instances that shows it's unfortunately a pattern that he did not.
She said a pattern. I agree. There is a pattern. There's a pattern. You leprechauns. There is a pattern. Enough is enough. There's a pattern.
Like. He did not like that there was so much division, and I think that's why God gave him us. He was really a peacemaker. He wanted, like I said, everyone to be included. He never wanted to leave anyone out. He just, even at a young age, I don't know, he was, how old was he? No, not 8. So his father and I were having a moment, and as couples do, and even in that moment, he runs in the room with his diaper on, of course, and he starts dancing because it was like he could feel the tension. He could feel that something wasn't right. So he was just a special kid. Like, he was a special kid, but again, just heart was so big. And we're gonna miss him dearly. But we are grateful, especially to our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was, and then provided that to us, because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who I contacted immediately from there. But so our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon. When I called her, I said, Tashima, have you seen Nolan? He's missing. No one has seen him. No one has talked to him. The boys were actually with her sons. So they opened up their Snapchat, because a lot of the kids do have their locations where they're tracking one another. So one of the boys says, well, it's showing that, I can't exactly remember what his location was showing, but my Life 360 location was showing something completely different. It was actually showing that his phone was like he was on land. And so we ended up, she received the phone from that parent, and then we met up where his car was, which was at a separate location. There were issues obtaining the key, but even so, there's just a lot of...
Tell them about what happened with the key.
So I'm gonna let my husband tell you about that, because he actually went up to the door to get the key, because at that point, I was just not in my right mind. This has just been an awful situation. Just terrible.
Elmore Wisely, father.
Okay, so the situation with
The dad. Just watching this in itself, this is deep.
the key. When we got to the house, a few of his friends, they were already there, and they were at the door in the house asking questions. So when I walked up, they were getting, things were getting kind of tense. So I turned to them and told them, I need you guys to calm down. I don't do this to me right now. I need them to kind of trust me so they can give me something. So I was able to calm them down. So the guy, he's in one of the pictures, he came out of the room, half asleep or whatever, I think Jax or whatever. And I said, look, I'm Nolan's father.
Wait. So he went to these young people's house to pick up the keys because his son's car was still at the young people's house. Help me to understand this, guys. So you got kids, and your kids pick up friends from school, but everybody's not raised the same, right? Your child go to anybody else's house will give the utmost respect to the home, people that live in it, and so forth. Not everyone is raised the same. Not everyone. I cannot fathom the idea why these supposed to be his friends, Nolan's friends, and they giving his father a hard way to go. I take that as a total disrespect off the gate. And then it also tells you other things too, that something don't sit right. And when you have a friend that is easily okay with whatever to disrespect an adult, especially at a situation like this, instead of being, you know, like in a kid's place. And if someone come and that's the father to one of your friends and they want the keys to the car, you would not give them a hard time. Who do you see? Yeah, who raised y'all? Because this, I don't understand this cop. No, I don't. I don't understand it. And maybe because it's under the pretense of leprechauns. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Let me go back.
I'm here to get his keys, so I can get his car. I said, he's like, his car was in New York. His car's parked in New York. So he was like, I don't know, man. I know it's like my brother. I said, well, if Nolan was like your brother, would you please go in your room and see if you can find my son's keys so I can take his car home? He walks off, 2 or 3 minutes, come back. I can't find the keys. I said, okay. So at that point, I get the boys and I get to move them out the house because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses because there'd never be a hole in the situation. So we walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jax guy's Xbox in the house because apparently she was there with him earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself, and 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you lied to me. So now I'm really like in distress with you.
Yeah.
But as far as the night goes, if I knew anyone who had a boat, I would have went out that night looking for my son. We tried, but I don't have friends with boats. But if I knew someone with one, I would have went out that night. And this so happened that his coach saw all the stuff on Facebook that next morning and contacted me at like 5 in the morning, asked me, did we want to go out? And I told him yes. So within an hour, he was at the dock. We met him, and we went out. We docked the boat, got off the boat, walked on the island, walked a pretty nice stretch, came back, got back on the boat, went around the island, looked, came back around, and where we went to, that's where apparently they say that his body floated up. I don't know a lot about water currents or there, but I would think that we would have saw his body.
Yeah.
And on the trip there was a family that stayed a night on the island.
Wow.
Like actually tented out on the island. So if he was left, he would have saw that family on the island, and it was 2 other boats docked, so he would have had help. So I don't know. I don't know. I think we stayed there for like an hour and a half. That's when Jackson County and the sheriff department showed up, and they were going to do their rounds. And I had a classmate of mine, Hugh, and his two boys. They came out and they searched, and then they got back in touch with me and said the Coast Guard had finally showed up in airplanes. So the
What is so critical, what Elmore is saying is they went out on Sunday and the
Sunday.
tide, if it brought his body up,
They went out on Sunday. They went out on Sunday. 4th of July was Saturday. They went out on Sunday morning about 5 a.m. 4th of July was Saturday. They say about 3, 4 o'clock around there. That's the last everybody saw him. Sunday morning, Dad is out there looking for his baby, for his son, with the coach and friends and family members.
he went missing on July 4th, and they say his body should have been there on July 5th. Why would it not appear to July 6th? And that's one of those things that
So they found the body on the 6th, on Monday. Father was out there Saturday, 5 a.m. Please forgive me. I have a very bad cold. I've been going through this. Getting well, but I'm puzzled here because I need to go somewhere else. So let me go somewhere else here for a minute. Let me go. I'm going to check something out here, okay? Yeah, because something doesn't make sense. And I like this guy. I don't know if you guys watch Willie D. We're in the same age bracket, I think. He was alive. He returned. And this was kind of deep to me. My son did not stay behind. And this is what I've been doing. I've been, excuse me, watching so many videos. Drink some water. I've been watching so many videos and following. Hey, let's go here for a minute. Let me see. Okay, for a reason.
Yeah. So check this out, family. This is a message that was posted on social media by, and I'm gonna try to say her name as best I can, Alicia Spencer. Bro, no, didn't get into a fight at the island. It was our friend No and Wyatt did get into an altercation right after that, not even 10 minutes later, because Wyatt took his phone and Evan was trying to be hard. Nolan definitely screaming, "Give me my effing phone back, NIGGA. What's wrong? What the hell is wrong with you?" So they all calmed down. So that's when we head to Evan's house because he was throwing a pool party. So yes, No came to the party, and yes, we was drinking, but Wyatt and Evan and Morgan and Andrew was really high. And I think they was trying to get Lucy and Natalia to try some as well. But yes, they got into it again at the pool party. It didn't end until almost 1 a.m. I know Evan's mom kicked us all out once they started fighting. It was Andrew and Evan and Wyatt, and Warren was basically recording and laughing, saying, "Get him, get him." And all I could hear was No screaming, "Mom." So yes, I tried helping. Then his mom come out screaming, yelling, drunk, make us leave, and was saying she was going to call the cops on us if we didn't leave her house. But they didn't let No leave, and No by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. No was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it, gasping for air and spitting up blood. But now his mom know I just got off the phone with her. So I guess she your friend snap, you end up dead. And all the rest of them stay quiet. Everybody remain quiet. Looks like Nolan was the only black at the entire party. Seemed to be the only black person in the pool. I'm gonna call a strike and a ball, fam. I ain't gonna bite my teeth. I mean, I'm not gonna bite my tongue on this. I see the basketball goal in the back right there, to the right, at the top right. But I'm not going to bite my tongue on this. You do not want to be the only black person in a group of white people. Point blank, period. All of the white people out there who are good people, who are decent people, I hate that I have to say that because I know that it strikes a nerve. You ain't got nothing to do with that. But your people, some of your people, and you know who I'm talking about, some of your people are just wicked. And because of the historical racism in this country, black people got to be careful around white people.
The sad thing, looking at this picture here and seeing this young black man with all these leprechauns by himself. we as black women and men, we have to teach our kids what to be watchful for. I'm curious about these leprechauns. What do you teach your kids? Oh, you don't. Because why? The system is already designed for you in protection, right? Meaning, if someone do you wrong, don't worry, we protect you. We'll get them. They get locked up. If you do wrong, don't worry, we'll protect you. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You know, you just growing, you learning, and you just a kid. Move right along. It's one-sided, even in the raising, I'm sure. And please, by all means, if there's any leprechauns that's out there that um, feel that that is not true, tell me. What do you teach your kids? Do you honestly teach them to be afraid of black people, or you can do what you want to do because you will be protected because the system is for you? And y'all know, I don't know why we gotta live in sugarcoat world. You guys know when bull crap is bull crap. Y'all know this, and this stuff been going on for so long. Enough is enough. I am so sick and tired of my babies leaving this earth too soon because of a leprechaun. I'm sick of it. Something got to give. Enough is enough.
Because there are white people who are actually absolutely fixated on harming black bodies. And we don't know which ones it is.
Right.
So, white people, y'all got to be so good. First of all, black people got to be good at picking friends.
Mm-hmm.
But black people got to be so good at picking friends that their friends are good at picking friends. White
See?
people,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to have black friends, you got to be so good at picking. If you love that black friend for real, if you cut for that black friend for real,
Right.
you got to be so good at picking your friends that your friends are good at picking friends. Because all it takes is
Yep.
one of them who got it on his mind,
Yep.
and you hanging out, y'all all hanging out, having a good time. Next thing you know, your black friend is dead. Now what you gonna do? You gonna do what all the other white folks have done throughout history? Because throughout history, white people do not tell on white
They
people
sure
when white
don't.
people kill black people.
That is so true. And let me touch base on that as well too, because I think it was a form of jealousy. Something happened, and these kids are jealous of this young man. That's what I'm thinking. I think Nolan Wells was truly a star in his own right. He was already that. People was already looking up to him, and he was a good kid. And let me just tell you, most of these kids don't like good kids. Did y'all know that? I don't know where that come from. Most kids, even in schools, same race, it doesn't matter, same color, what it doesn't matter, or opposite. Bad kids don't like good kids. And I guess maybe it make them feel worse because they're not doing what they ought to be doing, which everyone got the opportunity to do right. But when some just don't, and they think somebody is a too good too shoe type thing, or someone is just, oh, he think he's this and he's moving up and he's doing good at college, and I'm sick of him. Yeah, and he just do everything right by the book. Let me tell you, I experienced that same thing with my son, and I could see in the same color the jealousy from others of the kids, that you could see the jealousy. You could see the hate. You could see the crab mentality. You could see the leprechaun characteristic. You could see it. And I have to sit my children down and give them detail of what I witnessed to show them, so that way they can be guarded because they out here. Now, wrap that around. That's black on black, right? Now, add a leprechaun to that, and you're a black person, and you're around many white people, and you one of the good ones. Maybe the plot is let's get rid of this one because they'd be doggone if we have anybody that's black grow up doing all the right things. He might end up want to be where, and politicians or the president next. Yeah, so we got to get rid of this. It's too good to be true. It could be jealousy. I don't know. I'm speculating. I know I am, but this is my review. It's just, I think it's jealousy.
Throughout history. So what is that about? When black people get killed hanging out with their white friends never tell who did it
Yep.
if they
Why?
didn't do it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They never tell. They stick to the code.
That's true. And I got to give it to leprechauns, too. They know how to hold some secrets. We black folks, we can't hold water. Child, let me tell you. Sometimes I scratch my head. I cramp to understand us as a people. We talk too much, we tell too much, and we don't know how to hold secrets and bond together for the betterment of us as a people. We don't. We are so divided, it's ridiculous. And I wish if there was a way that I could find to help to build the bridge of us not being so divided, I think we would be such a better race, such a better people. Forget race, mess. Such a better people, because these leprechauns, listen, whether you down with them or you're not, they know the code, and they stick together, no matter what. Um, and we need to step up on that. We need to stand on business pertaining to us building our people together as one. We got to find a way, babe. I still think it's jealousy. Somebody or the liquor overtaking them and the hatred that they have for this young man, or they want to just see if they can get away with it because they probably been getting away with a whole lot of other stuff, mainly leprechauns.
So this is a matter of life and death. This ain't got nothing to do with trying to protect nobody's feelings. It is more important to protect these young people's lives. It's not just young people this is happening to. I think James Byrd was 49 years old when he
Yep.
was hanging out with his so-called white buddies
Yep.
having a drink.
Right.
And they tied him to a pickup truck, to
Sure
the back of a
did.
pickup truck, and
Yep.
drug him.
I remember that story, and they claimed that they didn't even know he was underneath the truck. Come on now, let's make it make sense. You didn't know that he was up underneath the truck, and y'all was just blocks dragging him. That makes sense? Yeah. And what happened to them? Absolutely zero.
Until his bones slipped out of the ropes. They drug him for like 2 miles.
Wow.
You know how diabolical you got to be to do something like that to another human being,
Yep.
to anybody, even to an animal. You know how diabolical you got to be. That's what I'm saying. Some of these people, they got it in them.
Leprechauns.
It's in their blood.
Leprechauns. Yep.
And some of them think it's their birthright to harm black bodies because
Leprechauns.
they think they missed out on slavery. They
Leprechauns.
think they missed out on something. So they want to be able to kill and harm black bodies with impunity like their great, 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 great grandpappies did.
Leprechauns.
And some of their great, 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 great grandmammies did.
Leprechauns. Yep. I agree with you, Willie. Totally.
The mother who was over that party, whose house that was,
Yeah.
Where was she when Nolan was getting beat up and
Right.
screaming for his mother?
Right.
Where was she? Where were the other adults?
Right.
Look at how many people are in that pool.
20.
Was all of them there at that time?
Right.
It was 1 a.m. It was still early.
Oh, what they say? It was 1 a.m. I go back to the father. He said he was out there about 5. There was nobody out there. Right? So this is at 1 when this is going on, where everyone is looking. Oh man, this is. They was looking for Nolan. Nolan was going through it. And he screamed out for his mom. If this is true, if this is true, that's, man, listen, enough is enough. I'm trying to tell you guys, enough is enough. Something must give. I don't know how, I don't know when, and I don't know where. But what I do know is something got to give. And it's time for actions that something have to give. I don't know how to dismantle, but we as a people, we got to, we come on guys. We gotta band together. We losing too much of our children for no good reason.
I suspect that at least most of them were still there. Not one came forward and said, "This is what I saw." Besides, what is it? Alicia, Alacia, Alacia. I think it's Alacia. Not one person came forward besides her. Look at all these people. 4, 8, 12, 16. What is that? 18, 20,
About
at
20.
least.
Yeah.
That's 20 something people in that pool.
Yep. Sure is.
This is why, man, you got to be extremely careful with the company you keep.
Yes, sir.
You cannot take for granted that these people ain't got it on their mind. You
Yep.
cannot take that for granted. You got to give yourself a fighting chance
Yep.
if something did go down. You notice that when these type of things happen, it's usually happened to one black person.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime these things happen, and there's a group of people together, and there's one black person, and somebody ends up dead, it's always the black person,
Yep.
and it's always a suicide
Every
or an
time.
accident. It's
Yep.
never murder.
Yep.
And the white friends never tell on each other.
Yep.
Never.
Leprechauns.
That's too big of a risk for me, man.
Yeah.
Hey, say,
Yeah.
I'll see y'all at the concert, man.
Yep.
Who gonna be there? You having a party at your house? Oh yeah, who gonna be there? I need to know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Something got to give.
Nolan's so relaxed, he thinking he's amongst friends. He's just having a good old time. He thinks he's among friends. I hate to tell y'all youngsters
Yeah.
that we are not in a post-racial society.
We're not.
I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
No matter how well you was raised and how nice the neighborhood was you was raised and how nice some people were, we're not in a post-racial society.
Mm-hmm.
This is America.
Yep.
This is racist.
Right.
This is racism at its greatest
Yep.
or worst,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how you look at it.
Yep.
Law enforcement thrives on racism.
Yep.
The courts thrive on racism.
Yep.
The schools thrive on racism.
Yep, he's absolutely correct. Um, it's sad. I'm speechless.
Every major institution in this country thrives on racism. Even when you're trying to just kick it and be cool, you're trying to just have a good time, go to an award ceremony, thrives on racism. Every major award, every major award out there, every major award ceremony out there thrives on racism.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Willie D, y'all need to follow him. He's good. He's really good, and he's right. Uh, Racism is out of control. Please forgive me. Um, we need to educate our children. We must educate our children and our younger folks. Guys, you gotta listen. It's for your protection. We don't want to be in your business. We don't want you to not have fun with life. We don't want to be, you know, that stick in the mud that just don't want you to live and grow. We don't. The world we live in today is out of control. And you millenniums that's out here, y'all need to put your doggone weakness and egos down at the same time and listen to your OGs because they have wisdom to teach you so you can be well equipped and protected. And I am very thankful that the mom of Nolan Wells, she had 360. I do the same thing for my children. And they fight me on it. Listen, don't get me wrong. You generation, a younger generation, them millenniums and under, y'all out of control. Because y'all don't listen to Jack. And you think everybody, especially you girls, yeah, because y'all want to be grown so bad. Y'all don't even get it how much it is important as an adult to be able to say where you at, where you're going to be. As an adult, I do that for myself with my husband, and he does it for me because anything can happen. But when you say it to these younger generation, they get into the, oh, mom, stump, stump, stump. I hate you, mom, stump, stump, stump. Get out of my business, mom, stump, stump, stump. They do all types of stuff and don't even realize you cannot be here the next day because you think your friends is really your friends and you just know for a fact that they got your back. And 9 times out of 10, they don't. But you will gamble that and put all your eggs in one basket just to say you got friends. So I get it, because peer pressure maybe is something else. You know, it is deep. And when you're growing, you want friendship. I get that. But you got to pick and choose, babies. Y'all got to read the writing on the walls. You got to listen to your intuition. And when your gut is saying something don't feel right, play it off like everything is all good for right now, and quickly call your mom or your dad or your uncle, your auntie, and get somebody over there quickly. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not saying Nolan did not do those things. I think he had let his guard down one time too many. It was already starting off at 3, 4 o'clock, not going well. And when you're having fun or you want to have fun, sometimes you may put that before the warning signs, you know? And And I'm not blaming him because bless his heart, I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that if all these things are true, and I can feel the same pain like anyone else that have children, and God forbid if someone put their hands on mine, it's heartbreaking. I brought him in this world, and you think you have the right to take him out. Oh, Jesus. I can't say it enough that enough is enough. And these damn leprechauns are out of control. And if we as black people don't start sticking together more often and getting that crab mentality out of our own communities so we can build up better young people so they can be productive in the world that we live in because they are our future. And I'm telling you, these leprechauns are killing our future. I'm sorry, I can't say that word. They are deleting our future. Because think about it, black on black crime, it's a 2-for-1 to the system. If a black person kill a black person, great, because you did a job for them. And then they go after the person that did the killing and lock him up. So that's 2-for-1. But for the good black children that's really trying to do the right thing and stay away from bad things, then we got these leprechauns, the junior leprechauns, coming out there acting like they friends until they see a black person put their guard down, and this is what we have. Now, is all white people like that? Heck no. Just like all black people are not like want the best for themselves. We got black people that messed up with their life so much that they get angry when they see somebody else their age or younger doing the things that they should have done, and they're too late to do it. So out of crab mentality, they will want to pull them down. Same difference. Leprechauns don't want no other race to be before theirs. And if you act like as if you have morals, standards, and you was raised well, jealousy creeps in. But they hold on to that jealousy, even in their own plots. But then when you add alcohol in, the alcohol is going to bring it out. Whatever their choice of get high, it's going to bring it out. But mainly that alcohol, something about that alcohol, when that get in the system and you have indulged way too much of your body weight and you just drinking, and you already then got into a couple of altercations, no one didn't tell you you need to go and sit it down, go to sleep that off or anything. No, you still in rare form. And the one person that you can't stand the most is this one black person. And it could be jealousy or just a crab mentality. Either way, you're a leprechaun. And then you do this. And now you want to get away with it. And being that everybody else, about 20 people out there, no one wants to say anything because they all in the same clique. Amazing. I say lock them all up. But we know how the system goes now, don't we? So that means we as a people, we need to get together because this right here, enough is enough. This right here, somebody got to do something. This right here is the top of the chain because it's getting worse and not better. And if we don't start doing something, we're going to hear another story like this real soon. Real soon. It's a lot of hate in this world. It's a lot of jealousy in this world. And leprechauns has been here for a very long time. And they are filled with tricksters. My people, educate your people, your children, your niece, your nephew. And if you're older, then wise up. Read the writings on the wall. Look at the tags hanging out of some of these guys' pockets, all these girls' wigs. Tendency, warning, warning, tendency of snuffing you out of this world permanently. We got to be careful. We got to protect our children. But our children got to listen to us and follow the instruction. You can have fun, but follow instruction. Please. You guys are our future. Don't y'all see that? What we gonna have left? What? All our black kids in jail for killing one another? And the ones that was gonna amount to something, they're no longer here because a leprechaun deleted them permanently and got away with it. And want to classify it as they did it to themselves. It was a freak accident. No one knows the answer. Freak of nature. Nah, come on now. Come on, players. Something got to give. And enough is enough. I'm fed up. I don't know about you guys. What do y'all think? Leave me a comment because something got to give. I'm so serious about this. Something must give. Enough is enough. These damn leprechauns are out of control, and the system is backing them up. Now, what are we going to do? Because something got to give. I'm done. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I don't give a damn. That's what I said. That's what I mean. And I'm done with the madness. But I'm going to follow this story. And I pray and hope something good come out of this. Because Nolan Wells has definitely touched my heart. His family, all my condolences are to the family. But I'm going to follow this because something got to give. This, come on, guys. My black people, come on, come on, come on. We can't keep laughing and joking around and be like, yeah, that happened to them. That ain't happened here. It can be you. It can be me. It can be us. It can be whoever. We got to put a stop to that, man. We got to find a way. What is it going to take? I'm sick of it. Where are my black men at? Where are you guys? I'm sick of it. And I love my black men. You are our kings, and we need to follow you guys. But you guys, y'all got to stand on business. Please don't make the women keep coming out there trying to stand on business when I got men out here. And we got to stop being afraid of these doggone young generation because they don't want to listen. No, we got to put the respect back in the game. Oh, I'm so mad right now. This is Momma T talking sharp after dark. And yes, I'm pissed. Leave a comment if you dare.